Hey guys, what is up? It's munclesonkey and welcome to a new video. In this video I'll be talking about the new Slayer D&D in the Elf City, and it's a great D&D. It's actually quite a bit of fun. I think you need a minimum of 85 Slayer to actually participate in it. It's also a completionist cape requirement, so you'll have to be doing this, I believe, a few times to unlock the titles from the D&D to get the comp cape back, and you can only do an actual rewarded run once per week. So I imagine it'll take a couple weeks to get the completionist cape back. Overall, the D&D is pretty fun, and I'd say it's a pretty good idea. There is just one major oversight that I will talk about when we get into it. So what you need for this D&D, if you are doing the hardest version, which I was doing in this video, the Platinum, you need 99 Slayer for it. And you also need gear for pretty much every single high-tier Slayer monster in the game. So you need to be tri-breeding. Melee is not required. However, if you do get Erets, they spawn on range phase, which is really annoying to deal with if you're maging or ranging, so I'd recommend to bring Dragors just for that. Of course, you want to wear like War Priest or Dragon Rider armor, something that's tri-bred, as you will be weapon switching quite often. And then you want to make sure that you have Fire Runes, because you'll be facing Glaciors, Ice Strike Worms, and also Ganadermic Beasts, all of which are weak to fire spells, so that's definitely the best thing to get. I also brought a Steel Titan with me, and this is pretty important. The Steel Titan isn't that great against most of the Slayer monsters, but there are a few that it can hit pretty well, and it's definitely worth bringing, so I'd really recommend that one. You also need Dark Light, and I guess if you will not have a completionist cape if you're doing this for the first time, so a Telkar Cowl or a Fire Cape, additionally to kill the Ice Strike Worms. That pretty much does it for the gear, as well as that just overloads a super anti-fire potion in case you fight Celestial Dragons. I didn't happen to fight any this time, but you can fight them. And then just prayer pots, and you have to go really hard on this dungeon to actually complete it within the time limit. You're only allotted 10 minutes, and you have to complete 20 waves to get the full reward and unlock the titles, which I believe, this is where the oversight comes in. I won't complain about this too much, but you pretty much have to do these waves in under 30 seconds. There are a few waves that you can do no problem in under 30 seconds, but there is a slight delay in between the waves while the monster spawns and the text goes up on screen, which wastes like 4 or 5 seconds or something like that. So it definitely is extremely difficult to complete within the time limit, not because the monsters are hard, but just because you're really not given that much time. I feel like Jagex will probably be changing this in the past. One thing that I also noticed as well that I'm not showing in this video is you can actually get noted items from the chest, and they go into your bank as noted items, so you can actually have noted items in your bank. So clearly there were some oversights with this particular D&D. Also, what really helps to finish this in the allotted time limit is just to get lucky with spawns. Like, for example, if you get a whole bunch of Ganadermic Beast spawns, you're going to be able to complete those waves extremely quickly. And there I clicked on the Glacior, my character ran off in the distance. I have no idea why that happens. That has been happening to me lately sometimes when slaying, is I'll click on monsters, and I'll actually get like the red click box, so it shows that I clicked on the monster, and my character will run to the monster instead of attacking it. It's really weird. It's probably just based around lag, though I don't think that's a glitch or anything. But some of the better waves are, again, like Calgarian Demons, and Muzzpaws are pretty nice as well. You can take them out quickly. Being on Ancients would probably be a good idea, and I'll definitely switch to that before I do it next week, because I got several Muzzpaw waves, and I wasn't really considering that when I actually went into this dungeon, but you also would like to be on Ancients as well, just because it's helpful for the Muzzpaws. It doesn't really help for anything else, any of these other waves, but it's definitely nice for them. And the last thing that's important to note is if you're running a bit short on time, you can just leave and start again. And as long as you leave before your time runs out, you will not get any reward whatsoever. But if you're just doing it for the completionist cape requirement, it's probably a good idea to leave before your time runs out, because then you can start it again and actually do the non-trial version, the rewarded version again, and you can keep attempting that, and I guess just hope to get lucky is probably the best way to complete this. Just hope for a whole bunch of spawns of monsters that are really easy to kill, and here is the Erets. Again, I wasn't really prepared for them. I did not know they were going to spawn on range phase, and that kind of messed me up a little bit. This was not my first attempt. I had actually done 2 previous attempts at this, and I left before the time limit ran out, but this one was definitely the farthest I got. I did not end up completing it just because, again, there's not that much time, and I can probably do this next week and actually complete it with some more planning. But 21k agility XP. I also got a card for Glaciers, and what that does is it has 100 charges, and that's 100 Glaciers killed, I believe, with a higher chance of getting rare drops, such as their boots and stuff. You can get cards for like Tormented Demons. A lot of people on my friends list got TD cards, and there might be cards for other monsters. I have not heard of anyone getting the other cards yet, though. So that's about it for the Slayer D&D. Make sure to check it out, and also check out the rest of the Elf City if you have the quest to get in here. There's Afk Thievery now. It's really not the best XP per hour, but it's still pretty awesome because you just don't have to pay attention. You can thieve, which I thought was pretty cool. I will be definitely using the Slayer Master in the future. He assigns the same stuff as Curdle. He just assigns more of it. So it's better Slayer XP because you have to bank less often and stuff. And also, I mean, it's just a pretty cool looking city. Of course, I'm on minimum detail because I still haven't set up my new PC yet. But as soon as I have that, I'm sure this place will just look absolutely spectacular. And I'm pretty pumped for the next batch of the Elf City and the other half of it to be revealed, because there'll be some new skills coming out with that and stuff, or new skilling methods, that is. Anyway, I'm not sure if the D&D is going to be changed, like extended time limit or something like that. I don't know if Jagex was doing that intentionally to just make comp a pretty difficult thing to get, but if they do, hey, that's cool. I'll just make sure that next week when I try this, I have a bit more patience, and I'll do multiple attempts to try to get some lucky spawns and actually complete it within the time limit, and not just go with my first decent attempt that I get, so actually get all 20 waves completed. Anyway, good luck if you're trying to get your completions cape back and you're trying to complete those waves. Just have patience with it, and if you get like a whole bunch of Glaciers or a whole bunch of TDs, you know, just quit and try again. That's about all for this video. Thanks for watching, and farewell.